my invitation. I'd like to begin by thanking the Almighty God, creator of heaven and earth, who has given me the privilege to see this day. On behalf of my family and I, I'm also very grateful to Rivers people who have shown concern across the state when they heard of this unfortunate incident. Yesterday, at about past 11 in the night, I closed my engagements for the day and already upstairs with my family. We had put the children to bed and I was interacting with my wife when we were alerted by security personnel attached to me that there was an attempted invasion by men in mufti and some in uniform. And I quickly got up from the room and came downstairs. Not too long, we started hearing the noise of the attempt by these security men in their Hilux vehicles to forcefully gain entrance into this residence, which you are all here, you have seen the gates. But they were repelled and heavily resisted by the security personnel. You can see my security station, the decking is canopy-like, which is open. And they had to alert their colleagues because the people who were there, those on that night shift, and they alerted others who came out and resisted these men. And to our greatest surprise, these security operatives, led by one SP Refeke London and one TSP Masarachi, ordered their men and gang which they came with and started shooting sporadically. In fact, you can confirm from the neighbors in this area, this vicinity, in this street, that nobody could sleep last night. The shots, but to the glory of God, the security operatives also ably resisted them. And when my domestic staff went up there and brought out his phone and started shouting, "We are videoing you people, killers," and all that, that is when they took to their heels, after shooting sporadically, attempt to forcefully gain entrance. And till now, my family has been in shock, my wife and my 2 little children. And it's so painful that people can go to that level. My children have not been able to go to school. Nobody slept through the night. Shock. I can, for whatsoever reason, which of course we all know is connected to the political occupancy in the state now, don't care about people's family, now attack, because obviously the plan was to forcefully enter into my residence, shoot, and maybe kill everybody. But there's something about me which maybe their sponsor didn't tell them. Everybody who knows me knows that I am dead to fear, because I believe that the only thing you can kill is the flesh, but you cannot kill the spirit. So nothing scares me. All this started after what happened on the 30th of October, when some self-serving lawmakers were elected to represent their constituents and show dividends of democracy, make laws, including oversight functions, attempted in a Machiavellian way to impeach governor elected to represent millions of Rivers people. That is a joke taken too far, for goodness sake. And of course, the governor or the chief security officer of the state getting wind of what happened at the assembly complex, the carnage, burning down the assembly, went there to ascertain the level of damage. And I went with him. I was in a entourage, and other Rivers people, other Rivers lawmakers as well. And you all saw that the humiliation by the Nigerian police officers led by the DC operations, the governor and those of us who were in the central were tear gas and every kind of humiliation. It's an attempt to, intimidate us, but we know that every man dies but once. And if it is the price we have to pay for democracy, then let's pay it for the future of our children. After all, we're all students of the school of thought of Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who is a pro-democracy champion right from the Nadeko days when he fought after the annulment of the June 12 presidential election to ensure. And you see that he was attacked, but he fought for it. So we are students of the school of thought, and these are our inspiration in this course. So we are not bothered. Because he fought and succeeded at the risk of his life and his family. I'm sure that's why the governor, in his wisdom, said, no, nobody can stop the will of the people. And since after that day, because we stood behind the governor to say that evil cannot reign over good in Rivers State, I have come under attacks, threats, especially after my election as Speaker of the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly. My family has been under threat, false allegations have suddenly started spraying up against me and other of our supporters, our friends, followers, lawmakers who are on the side and part of justice. And just recently, laughably enough, we heard that, they have started trying to pin me and some of us into security challenges we are facing in my LGA. You recall that a few months ago, we woke up to very dastardly attack, gruesome murder of the hero of our LGA, late SP Bako Abashi, was killed by some criminals. And they were identified in a viral video. And by the grace of God, we are aware from intelligence report that the police, as also and other sister agencies, have made efforts to capture a lot of them, which we must applaud them who have been able to. And useful information have been extracted from them during confessions, and they have mentioned their sponsors. They have also mentioned persons who are related, connected to them. Although it is important to state that the kingdom and the area where that happened and that security concern has been ongoing, it's not my constituency, but it's my ethnic group. But not I don't represent that constituency. There is another assembly member representing that constituency. And there's a local government chairman, for goodness sake, who receives security vote. So you see that they are just laboring in vain to see how to connect some of us, to say why happened. But it is on record. I made one of the first press release and wrote a passionate letter to the Commissioner of Police, which was acknowledged, and we copied the sister agencies and even the IG of Police and the Governor of Rivers State. So you see, they are just laboring in vain. They are going towards the left and towards the right. And I asked them, I've been asking some of my friends, how come suddenly you now want to pin a lot of allegations on some of us? This has happened months ago. Police have investigated, started using information, concluded the investigation, and even charged the arrested culprits and those they accused as their sponsors to court. That means the investigation has been concluded. That is why police have been able to go to court. And those who have been charged to court have been remanded in prison, custody, subject to the matter in court. So you see, all these connected to my support for the governor. They are trying to attack us left and right. We have gotten information that they are trying to plant arms and ammunition at my house in the village. We have gotten information they are trying to pay somebody millions of naira so that he can accuse me of some crimes. This is how desperate people can be to intimidate us. But the million-dollar question is, if I am asked to support the governor again, I will say yes, 100%, because evil can never reign over justice, never. And good men will stand up to the truth in this 21st century. So I want to thank the Nigerian police, the DSS, military, every security agency that has made efforts to ensure that peace returns to a fair-ethnic nation. I also want to call on the Inspector General of Police, the Commissioner of Police, to please call these men that I have mentioned and prosecute them, no matter how highly placed they are. These police officers who have made attempts on my life and that of my family. I know that we all must die someday. I am not afraid of death. If it is sacrificing my life that will give victory to Rivers State, then I am ready to do that. The only regret I will have is that my young wife and 2 little children, but life must go on, and I am sure God will see them through. So I thank you all for coming. I'm not worried. I am here. Let them come with all their killer squad. I have also made sure that there are prominent media personnel in this compound day and night for as much and as long as possible. So when they come dressed in disguising regalia to invade my house and attempt to kill me or whisk me away and kill me on the road, at least let Nigerians see what has happened. I stand with the governor of Rivers State, Sir Fubara, voted in by Rivers people and representing the welfare of Rivers people. Nothing, no threat, no intimidation, no allegation now or in the future will stop or deter my position. Thank you and God bless you.
Please, gentlemen.